reunited and it feels so good. Reunited and it's understood. I say I shouldn't quit my day job, huh?
I said, Joe, could you sing a song for the intro? And Joe said no. But thank you, Joe. That was
a good one, eh?
That was good. So today's title, as you may have noticed, is P.S.A. So what does P.S.A. stand for? It's either something Glandon specific antigen test or public service announcement. Guess which one it is? Public service announcement. So what I found out when I was away is in elderly people, certain kinds of infections can manifest the symptoms completely not, like...
For a younger person.
For a younger person, you wouldn't see these symptoms, but an infection can cause elderly people to have all kinds of peculiar things going on that you think, for example, could be a stroke. So when my dad was sent to the hospital, and the theory at the time was, seems like he's maybe got a stroke. Although all the usual facial testing stuff like sticking your tongue out and whatever else they do, lifting both arms and stuff like that, was negative every time it was tested. But persisting, he had a difficulty walking and he
was weak.
What else? His thinking wasn't as clear as normal. And a few other things. Anyway, so the PSA on this one is if you have elderly folk in your family and they're kind of maybe having some trouble that seems odd and out of the ordinary, maybe you should take them in and have maybe a check for infections of some kind that might be, as the doctor put it, sometimes they can be mild, but they're just severe enough that you'll see these other things, but the source of the infection isn't known yet. So things like foggy thinking, difficulty with motor skills, balance, stuff like that might be an infection that's a mild one.
Weakness.
Weakness. So, what else we got?
One of us had trouble getting the fire going this morning. Someone went to exercise this morning.
Yes, and fell off the big ball.
I fell off the big ball. Oh, now that you're home, we can do some of that. So we'll show the people tomorrow what I do on the big ball.
On the big ball.
When I'm on the ball.
You gonna get in your rubber suit and play on the big ball?
Rubber suit?
Don't you wear a rubber suit so you stick to the ball or something?
No. Oh. That would be handy. I wouldn't have fallen off.
Yes, I slept in a little more than maybe normal this morning, and I got woke up by someone coming to change our electrical meter. Like we have a net meter, but the net meter wasn't transmitting the data to the mothership, so we haven't paid an electricity bill in months because I made a deal with them that, hey, until you get us a meter that actually shows the real meter, like real electricity uses, we won't pay because
of the solar panels.
They were sending estimates, and estimates didn't include the fact that we were making electricity for many months, and even in the winter every once in a while we'd make a bunch of electricity, and they were sending us a bill like we were using more than we ever used before because I don't know why, and it was because we changed to a ultra low billing rate. They assumed we were still using electricity in the daytime, and it was like almost 40 cents a kilowatt. So anyway, soon we'll get a real bill. And then
so you went and you dealt with the hydro man, and then what happened?
How much I dealt with that person is unknown. I haven't revealed. But I went back to sleep. Well, no, I went back up. What did I do? I didn't go directly to the fireplace when I finished talking to the hydro guy. I did a few other things. And then Joe showed up.
So for the 10 days Alan was away, or however long, I think it's roughly that, I was on top of this fire and had it too hot most days. It's very hard to turn a fire down in a wood stove. So I would let it die down a couple of times a day and then restart it when it got chilly. But today, I didn't start the fire before I left for exercise because I got up and went, knowing that my husband would light the fire. So when I got home, it was 18 degrees.
18
Has-
balmy degrees.
Has not been that low the whole time he was gone.
I don't know if I believe that.
Plus, the day before, I got up in the morning, and he said, I get this message, I'm coming home today at 3. So my plans for...
Barely had chance to get all the rugby players out of the house.
Yeah. So I didn't have any kindling cut, because my afternoon is usually spent splitting wood and cutting kindling for the next day. And then I'm ready to go get him at 3, and at 2:30 he says, flight won't be until 4.
Flight won't be in-
4:40.
Yeah, 4:40 or whatever.
Or this is 2 hours now I have to. So I had a nap in the parking lot at Michael's. I had
I don't
to
know who Michael is, but I guess,
ponder around Michael's I wandered around Michael's for a little while.
yeah, he's got a really big house.
He did have a big house, but I bought nothing. Anyway,
Freezing rain was the reason. I couldn't do anything about that.
here though?
No,
It was-
freezing. So I think the freezing rain started, say, Toronto area early in the morning. So that delayed all their outbound flights by whatever. And so that everything after that's delayed. And then
You had a direct flight from Frederick.
from Fredericton back. But
Somewhere in the mix.
They had to send a plane from either Ottawa or Toronto to Fredericton before it could turn around. So it was delayed by freezing rain is the understanding I have of what happened.
Anyway, part of me was sad that he came back because it was very, very peaceful while he was gone, but so far so good. He even played Farkle with me tonight. Had to do some dirty business to get that agreement.
Won one, lost one.
Yeah, one game, lost one game.
Yeah.
Big, what's that called? The finale is tomorrow. The big,
Finale for Farkle.
yeah.
Well, a couple more games, maybe go to best 4 to 7, or maybe best 5 out of 9, or who knows. Depends how it goes.
Anyway, Ellie always asks me when you're gone, aren't you scared when Alan's not there? And I always say, not until you mention it.
Yeah.
So
She's protected by bears.
I am. I have friendly bears that keep me safe.
Lots of bears. Yeah.
Today was April Fool's Day, and I always play a trick on Alan. And I completely forgot this morning. I was going to say, quick, there's a bear in the yard. And he would have believed it this time because there could be a bear in our yard.
Could be. Yeah, you could easily get me on that one. Yeah.
So I have to save that for next year.
Oh, well.
That's it for now.
All right.
Reunited and
Feels so good. Reunited, and we really should.
That's not,
No.
and it's understood.
And it's understood.
Okay, that's good. Cut that, cut.